so welcome to the channel. And this topic I want to talk about is dating, because my son had asked me to talk about, like, what I thought about dating in the US versus dating out the country. And I had already talked about this previously, but friends have asked, my son brought it up, so here are some of the things that I think that are different. Culture, number one. Women out the country, they don't value the material items as much as I find in the US. In the US they value a lot of material items, so that's a big deal. Two, with US women, you're gonna face some of the same criticisms, same struggles, and you're gonna get caught in some of the same cycles. Now, that's number two. So number three would be that the values, the traditions that most foreign women have, at least the ones I've met in Asia. American women seem to be, women that come to the US rather, they seem to be changed over by the way the US is. And that has a big factor, a lot to do with a lot of things. So that's like number three. Okay, so another thing would be women out the country seem to be more feminine, like softer, easier to talk to. In most cases they approach you. You barely get that in the US, Women in the US have to have you on some type of, you got to make a certain amount of money, dress a certain way, so yeah. Number five, I think, is, if that was number four, because they're enriched in their culture, they're not, affected with our music as much. And the traditional household is strong. I don't know if women in America are aware that us as men, we don't really require a whole lot, and it seems like the foreign women that I've dated seem to get it, basic stuff, it seems. And I feel like being in the States, people like to show off. So when you have that kind of mentality, that kind of situation where people like to show off, it never really feels genuine, because it always seems as though, they're bragging or they're boasting, or it's just meant to show off. So that's another thing. And then there's just the pure nature of it being somewhere else and different people. It's a totally new experience, something that you can, mold and shape. And that's not something you'll be able to do dating someone from the States in most cases, because everybody's pretty much fixed on their ways. And another thing, number 6 or 7, whatever, they're open to learning. And a lot of the women out of the country, they have passports, they're well traveled, they know 2 or 3 languages. This is a big deal. So also then, on a side note, being out the country and being black has its privileges. We seem to be pretty popular. Either you really like us or you don't like us at all. It's either one or the other. And thankfully, I have been able to meet people who are really into blacks. And yeah, so that's another factor. You don't have to work as hard, you don't have to spend as much money to, you don't have to, here in the States you have to impress. There, they don't look at all this material stuff as impression. They want a solid situation. They want family. They want love. And That's pretty much it. You know, security. And I know this is probably because I can't understand the language. Not watching the news in these places because it's not in English. That plays a really big role, because I personally see how the music affects the mind. The younger generation is engulfed in the music, and I don't even know if it's music anymore. And I do want to be clear, I've never had a problem getting a girlfriend. That's never been an issue for me, you know. I just got kind of tired of the same thing, you know. Date a few years and money becomes an issue or something, and you know, it's just, you want something different. And one of the things about going overseas is that's what's guaranteed. You're not going to meet someone from your hometown, and that's what you want. So in a sense, it's kind of cool, you know, because you know that this is a totally new situation. There won't be any pretty much he say, she say, or this thing of what you want to eat or where you want to go, because being out the country, everything's new. In other words, it gives you something to look forward to. There's not a whole lot to look forward to. When I walk around my neighborhood, you don't see anybody. You might see a couple here or there, but for all the things that we have here, it's flat. Barely any heart pulse. It's just flat. It's whack. I really don't know about this. Sun keeps going in and out. But yeah, it's all good. Oh man, getting these steps, trying to shrink, clocking the days away. Yeah. So I got my new banner up for my YouTube, and my landing page is finally completed. I'm just debating the package I want to buy. There's so many things that I just wasn't aware of. There's so much stuff that goes into this. So much paperwork. Even though a lot of stuff could be done online, you know, living in Thailand and living in America, it's just a lot of paperwork trying to make sure you get your money. So it's been challenging, but I'm gonna do it, get it out the way, complete it, because I started this mission. I'm gonna complete this mission. As aggravating as it sometimes becomes, I'm still gonna do it, because I started it, gotta finish it. I hope everybody's getting their steps, you know, getting your exercise in. Everybody needs to. I know I try not to come out until the weather gets better, but sun's on and off, sun's on and off. I guess it was supposed to rain today, but it didn't. So I still come out and get my steps. So I hope you guys have been enjoying, you know, the walking, the talking, the chatting. Just trying to make sure I get my son prepared, because man, it's not as easy as I thought, with all the visa laws changing and, you know, border runs and just having things to do. It's a lot more than I thought, but it's still doable. I had no idea my son was gonna want to move there that's what kind of changed a lot of things. Well, that's what changed everything. Him wanting to come live there with me. So now you can't get an account. You can't get a bank account in Thailand. A lot of stuff has changed. I'm sure. I just haven't figured them out. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. Taking care of all my documentation here, so that when I go there, everything should be copacetic, hopefully. And then I'm gonna, most likely once I get everything going the way I want to, I'm gonna hire him to work with me. I mean, he's already pretty much doing that. Yeah. And what else? It's just been pretty quiet, pretty cool so far. Just waiting on this time to pass so I can hop myself on the plane, get back to the land I love. And I'm excited. I can't wait to get to the Philippines, can't wait to get to Thailand, you know, do the rest of Asia tour, you know. It's gonna be exciting. Even with all the changes, Thailand's still probably my #1 spot, because it's just easy going, easy to live there, a great time, you know, affordable, good weather, good people, plenty of activities. It works. It works. So I'm looking forward to it. Then the food, man, just the variety of freshness. Definitely looking forward to it. And then, you know, the cooking. Can't wait to do some cooking videos. Introduce you to some of my friends, so they can show y'all how they cook Thai food and Vietnamese food and Filipino food and Cambodian food and Lao. So that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, looking forward to it. Man, it's hot. I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm just tired. I've been walking for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. But I usually don't be this tired. And my ankle is trying to kick in and hurt. I don't know. If you guys like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification button so you'll be aware when I'm dropping new content. It helps grow my channel, and I do appreciate it. I hope you guys have been liking the cooking videos. I intend on doing more. I can't wait to leave the country to go start doing more different kinds of cooking videos to help grow my channel even further. Meeting different people, collaborating with different people, and doing different things. We're just gonna try to have some entertaining content, some worthwhile content, some content that's going to teach and show you some things, and grow the channel. You ever think about how many jobs you've ever held in your life? How much money might have crossed your fingers in your whole life up until where you're at now? How much you think that might have been? Hypothetically. I don't know, it just crossed my mind. I figured I'd get on camera and say something about it, but I don't know. It just crossed my mind. I don't know. That's what it is.